of them are putting up power plants. It's Henry C., George T., Conway. In the next 3 to 5 years, you will see a tremendous increase in generating capacity. That electricity costs will come down. Why are the electricity costs higher? Because these are still results of the emergency solutions that President Ramos had to implement. He had no choice. Because in Manila in the 1990s, we were suffering from 10 hours of no electricity every day. Some of you will remember those moments. So, what happened? BOT. But they were super expensive. They were still carrying the costs. But precisely because the large conglomerates are now investing in real plants, most of them clean coal. Forget alternative energy at the moment. Clean coal, because precisely we want to bring down the cost. If you go in solar, wind, it will bring the cost even to higher levels. And so, I am optimistic. Give these different companies 3 to 5 years, they will have enough generating capacity to bring down the cost of electricity.
In your PowerPoint presentation, you did a comparative analysis of various jobs, comparing the Philippines to Thailand, Malaysia, and Singapore. Singapore, let's say for a software engineer, would pay X amount, and the Philippines would maybe be just a fifth.
Yes.
If we continue to expand and our salaries reach that of, let's say, Malaysia or Singapore, won't that be inflationary and that could be detrimental to the Philippine economy going forward?
Well, it's a question of supply and demand. That's the first thing you learn in a principal's book. Meaning, encourage a lot more of these youngsters, and especially because we have K+12, there will be the last 2 years of high school that will lead a lot of them no longer to think of getting a college degree and ending up as a security guard or a seller in McDonald's. They will be your workers. And precisely, I'm so glad that the industry is working with the Department of Education, because there will be at least half of million of these people in the senior years of high school who need not go to pursue a college degree, but can speak English very well. You can train them with all of your software. That definitely is a good sign that our supply will match the demand, so wages do not have to go up too much. It will go up somehow, but it will not go up as long as the supply is there.
You know, I have to ask this final question. They told me that my time is up. Unfortunately, I haven't interviewed Dr. Villegas in close to 2 decades, and I haven't been able to talk to him in any of my shows on CNBC and BBC News. So this is really an opportunity. 7 to 10% growth, and everyone talks about inclusive growth, but we still have high unemployment, close to in the double digits, and poverty incidence is still at 22%. What will it take to bring this down over the next decade? And for the people to really experience, because whenever you talk to people, they say, oh, we're still not feeling the impact of this 8% growth. When will the Filipino people really feel this economic expansion?
The answer is what I said. Where are the poor? The rural areas. There are the coconut farmers or sustenance fishermen. Now, these people are not benefited by even a 20% increase in the demand for BPOs, even a 10% increase for OFWs. They're not the ones who are able to go abroad. Many of them are fourth grade graduates. So, what is the answer? Educate people in rural areas, put more farm-to-market roads, irrigation systems, etc. In 5 to 10 years, you will see those poverty lines going down. But you cannot expect instantly, because these people are not qualified. Even if there's demand, they're not the ones who will be employed. And so, education, especially in Muslim Mindanao, and Bicol, in Caraga, in Cagayan Valley, those are the poorest regions. Make sure we invest in a lot of infrastructure. In fact, that's the good news. The government is determined to increase the percentage of infrastructure to GDP from the very low 2% we've had for 30 years to 5% over the next 3 to 5 years. And it's happening, thanks to Babe Singson. 5% of GDP invested in countryside infrastructure is one of the solutions.
And so, on that vibrant economic outlook note, we would like to thank... one more question. Yes, sir. We have about 2 minutes.
My name is Emeka Okafo, and I am from Nigeria.
Thank you.
And I agree with you, black is beautiful. My question. The Philippines has experienced enormous growth. And to sustain that growth, I believe that expansion is required. Can you talk, based on your experience as an economist, about the entrepreneurial spirit of the Filipino business community? I've seen, in my country, I've seen Indians come to take advantage of opportunities of growth, but I've not seen any Philippines-based business. So can you talk about the entrepreneurial spirit?
Thank you. First of all, let me tell you, I lectured in the Lagos Business School some years back. I'm sure you're very familiar. They have a very outstanding business school that is training precisely executive entrepreneurs. You asked the right question because Cebu is the cradle of entrepreneurship. It's these 100 entrepreneurs who have become the John Walkways, the Washington CC, the Batianuns, and so on and so forth. Of Indian entrepreneurs, they're usually in merchandising. They're the merchants. They're called Mumbais. No? They go into 5-6. You know what 5-6 is all about, no? So they are here, definitely. But entrepreneurship is alive in certain regions. Another one is Central Luzon, the Pampangueños and the Bulaqueños. There are regions. The thing about the Philippines, we're multicultural. Ilocanos are very different Cebuanos, very different from people in Batangas. Now, my last statement is, I am from Batangas, and I can tell you, we Batangueños are not only fierce warriors, we can use the blade very easily, the balisong. We have been going all over the Philippines selling kulambu, 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 meaning we are the traders that have penetrated the Philippine archipelago. So Batangueños are very entrepreneurial. So it depends on the various regions in the Philippines. Thank you very much, and really have a run.
Economic Guru, Dr. Bernardo Villegas. Thank you very much. Thank you. And now we will take this short break as we organize our panel discussion. Please do not leave. There's no coffee break. The coffees and the cookies and the breads are just right here on the sidelines. We will continue with our panel discussion in 2 minutes. Where's everyone gone? I just said we have a 2-minute changeover break and everyone has disappeared. Okay, everyone's here having their cup of coffee. All right, we will continue now with our panel discussion, and we are honored to have 7 panelists, and we would like to call on them one by one to please come up on stage. I don't think I have to be here and talk about the Philippine contact center industry and the regional and global sectors. Let's start off. Earlier we had him. He talked about the global industry trends. Let us please call back on stage